Now, hello everyone, welcome back to the channel, G-Man Aviation. Now, in today's video, we are back in the flight simulator with the A380 from Fly-by-Wire. This is, of course, the Emirates livery of the A380. So it's very, very nice 4K livery from flightsim.to that I downloaded straight off of that. So that is a very good livery. You can buy mods and different types of things to land the A380 in your own livery. Of course, this is still made by Fly-by-Wire, which means their systems and their models are still in this video. So thank you guys so much for watching, and we're gonna start the video by landing at LAX, where we took off yesterday. So let's check it out. So you are coming into LAX here with the A380. Let's try to make a smooth landing here, nicely on the runway. Let's check it out.
400.
Here we are coming in. Might want to make this smooth.
200.
Oh god, we're like stalling out.
100.
We're gonna stall out on the runway. Oh god, this is gonna be a hard landing. Jeez. Yeah, 100 and 1,353 feet per minute is not a good landing speed, absolutely at all. So that is very, 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 very steep landing. We kind of stalled out there on the runway before we landed, which is not something you'd really want to do with this big of an aircraft. But as you can see, the beautiful two reverse thrusters that are on the Airbus A380, which of course is because the other two wings of the engine were too far off of the runway that they had to only do two reverse thrusts. So it's on the engine 2 and 3. So that is those two engines that actually do it. You can see that we had about 13,000 feet per minute, or 1,300 feet per minute. Pretty bad landing, but for a plane this big, not too bad. So now we're going to get into the next flight and try to land at another airport. Let's check it out. So here we are in the Airbus A380 coming into land at Princess Juliana Airport, which is actually a very, very large airport in the little islands, the largest airport in this little strip of islands. And you might be knowing what's going on next with where we're actually landing right now. So let's see if we can actually make a smooth landing this time at Princess Juliana's airport. And Princess Juliana is the airport that is famous for the beach that is in front of the runway. Very interesting with all of that. So you can see, just imagine standing on that beach, and you just look up to see this ginormous A380 flying directly at you. Just very, very few feet, 100 feet above the ground. So you can actually see here, let's come in for a smooth landing.
400.
Here we are coming in. Try to make it smooth. We have a little bit of crosswind, so I'm going to correct that with the rudders. Right 50, on the touchdown
40,
zones.
30, 20, 10, 5.
You know, that was a smooth landing with about a negative 292 feet per minute. Very smooth compared to our last one at LAX. Again, we got those two reverse thrusters out on the brakes here. And this plane could definitely land at Princess Juliana Airport, which is definitely a good thing. Most planes that are big enough, even 747s, used to fly here at Princess Juliana Airport. So good that the Airbus A380 can as well. This has actually been a pretty good landing here. And you could see the beautiful big Airbus A380 landed perfectly on Princess Juliana Airport. Now, if you guys already know what we're doing next, we're going to be checking out the next landing for this video, which is going to be St. Bartholomew, the one with the ginormous hill. Let's test it out with this ginormous plane. So here we are coming into the sloped side of Princess Juliana Airport. We are now currently coming over the hill here, and we are about to land on the runway. Now, this is the famous steep hill approach where we kind of have to come over a hill and then dive directly down into the runway. Now, this is very, very interesting. Hard to land here at the airport. Let's see, can we do it with the A380?
400.
Here we are coming in.
Pull up. Pull up.
30,
Pull up.
Oh god, not a very smooth landing. We're going to go full reverse thrust on the brakes. We are off the runway. We are actually stopping pretty quickly here. It was a pretty hard landing, but we did stop fairly quickly here on the Airbus A380. So the Airbus A380 can definitely land at St. Bartholomew, which is an absolutely crazy thing for the plane like this to land at an airport with that big of a steep descent. So let's check out this very, very hard challenge here. The next one we'll be doing is, of course, Saba, the shortest commercial runway in the world. We also have some bad conditions, so it's a little bit stormy here in these islands. So it's a little harder to land these planes with a little bit of crosswind and headwind. But this plane did very, very well, and maybe I'm just a good pilot, but very, very difficult to land on a runway like this. So in front of us is, of course, the shortest commercial runway in the world, Saba Airport. So you can see that we are coming in with the largest commercial airplane in the world, the A380. Now, both of these are definitely very opposite of each other,
1,000,
and very interesting to see how this is even going to work. So let's try to come in here on the shortest runway that is commercially available for planes to land on. Well, I'll try to make it slightly smoother. I'll also show you a little bug that I encountered during my testing of this plane, which was kind of where a wing got hit and it then kept that
500.
hit stage and kept flexing. So I'll show that clip now. So yeah, that clip is definitely interesting with that wing kind of tripping out there. Let's try to land here at Saba. We're
300.
coming in here 300 feet. Let's see, can we even land at the Saba?
200, 140, retard,
Oh, we're on the ground. Not that hard of a landing, but we cannot stop here. We got to put full brakes, and we are off into the ocean. You could actually also see how good the wing flex is if you look here. You can see the wings and even the tail fins section is moving very nicely. So that is a very nice perk of this kind of interesting little plane here. And definitely Fly-by-Wire is a great company. Remember, this is a public alpha, and anything in this video is never actually bashing them or saying anything bad about them, because they're free and it's a very, very good add-on. So I'd highly suggest it if you want to have a big plane that is very realistic for the flight simulator. I would definitely suggest checking out Fly-by-Wire's A380. I was also not sponsored or anything else for this video. Again, this product is free, but in its alpha stages, so you might find bugs with it. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and have a great day.